12 surprising signs that you have a bright mind. Exceptionally intelligent people always stand out. There's just something so captivating about them, you know? Well, it turns out that even the smallest things like your height, weight, or eye color can say a lot about your level of intelligence. Are you one of these rare geniuses? Let's find out together. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you'll always be the first one to see all our new videos. 12. You prefer being alone. Do you like staying at home and cuddling up with your favorite book, taking a walk alone, or sitting in a cafe and drinking coffee by yourself? If so, good for you. This is the first sign of high intelligence. Smart people just don't need others to have a good time. A study called How Intelligence, Population Density, and Friendship Affect Modern Happiness, published in the British Journal of Psychology, found that people with a high IQ feel comfortable in their own company. Moreover, communicating with others doesn't bring them joy, but exhaustion instead. Bright people sometimes even talk to themselves out loud. Yep, it's just a sign of intelligence. Definitely not insanity, right? Yeah, you're totally right. 11. You learn to read at a very young age. Psychologists in the UK conducted a very interesting study with fascinating results. To put it simple, people who learn to read early on are more intelligent. And it doesn't actually mean that only gifted children can learn to read at a very young age. It's the actual reading itself that makes these kids smarter. So the earlier you learned the alphabet, the more books you read throughout childhood, and the broader your horizons became. Of course, it also depends on the types of books you read. 10. You're the oldest child in the family. Norwegian researchers at the University of Oslo have proven that older children are almost always a bit smarter than their younger siblings. In fact, their IQ is higher by an average of 3 points. This tidbit will definitely help you out next time you're fighting with your little brother or sister, right? The intelligence difference has nothing to do with genetic or biological factors. It happens because of the psychological influence parents have on their firstborn. Of course, we have to acknowledge the fact that a lot of history's greatest and most influential minds were the youngest ones in their families. So it's a win-win situation, really. 9. You're tall. A study at Princeton University showed that taller children usually have higher IQ levels. What's even more surprising, when they grow up, they usually end up earning more money. There are tons of real-life examples to show that there could be some truth to this. Steve Jobs, Nikola Tesla, and Elon Musk are just a few geniuses towering above others at 6 foot 2 inches. This sign of intelligence and future success can even be seen from a very young age. 3-year-olds that are taller than their peers have much higher scores on cognitive tests. Number 8. You took music lessons at some point. In their research, psychologists at the University of Toronto found that children who had some formal music training for at least 9 months boast higher IQ levels than those who were in drama club or didn't do any extracurriculars at all. It gets even better though. They also concluded that it may be high intelligence itself that makes children choose music instead of something else. See? And you used to think your mom was torturing you with unbearably boring piano lessons. Maybe now you should thank her. Number 7. You don't suffer from obesity. A 2006 study published by the American Academy of Neurology had some rather harsh findings for anyone whose BMI is higher than average. Slimmer people are statistically more intelligent. The researchers analyzed data from more than 2,000 workers over a period of 5 years and came to the conclusion that a smaller waistline is connected to a person's IQ level. This could be due to the fact that a higher IQ allows you to earn more money so that you can spend more on taking care of your body and health. But who said your waistline determines everything? If you feel happy and your weight doesn't threaten your life or well-being, then that's all that matters. Number 6. You don't really like physical activity. Well, this certainly comes as a surprise, especially after that previous point. American researchers at North Carolina's Appalachian State University have concluded that people who prefer brain work are less physically active. Conversely, those that love sport have less interest in learning new things. Intelligent people prefer activities that demand patience and constant mental stimulation, like playing chess. Of course, it just gets that much more confusing because lack of physical activity can lead to excess weight gain, which is apparently one of the signs of a low IQ. Well, it looks like this just proves that, as with most things in life, balance is key. Number 5. You have blue eyes. Tons of research has been done into the correlation between eye color and intelligence. Swedish, Czech, and American scientists have all come to the same conclusion in their separate studies. People with light-colored eyes are smarter than those with brown or dark-colored eyes. Blue-eyed people usually do better in situations when you need to stop and analyze everything that's going on, instead of reacting to it. But don't get discouraged if you're in the dark-eyed group. You have your own strengths. People with brown eyes are good in situations when you have to act quickly, which probably makes them great at sports. Number 4. You're highly sensitive to noise. If a squeaky floor, chips being crunched on, or even someone's loud breathing can easily distract you, you're probably more intelligent than you think. Scientists from the University of Helsinki found a strong correlation between the ability to create innovative ideas and hypersensitivity to any background noises or irritating sounds. There's actually a special word for it. It's called misophonia. It's way more serious than just a hatred of sounds. If somebody's eating chips near a person with this condition, his or her brain activity changes. So when they eat chips themselves, do they get on their own nerves? Number 3. Your ring finger is longer than your index finger. Norwegian university researchers and medical doctors work together to do some interesting studies on cognitive abilities and finger length. According to the research, people with long ring fingers tend to be good at math and spatial thinking but lack verbal skills. Those with a longer index finger are usually better in humanitarian fields like languages and literature. Researchers at the University of Cambridge concluded that a person's success in any financial or business sphere can easily be determined by the length of their fingers. Again, it's the ring finger that makes all the difference. People whose ring finger is longer than their index finger often earn way more. I guess that's why I'm by no means a millionaire. Come on, ring finger, grow! Number 2. You panic pretty easily. Scientists at Israel's School of Psychology proved that smart people tend to be pessimistic and imagine all kinds of bad stuff that might happen to them. The psychologists are sure that bright people analyze past events more structurally and pay attention to all the details that could potentially influence and determine their future. So it's a double-edged sword, really. Clever people are mentally well prepared for all the possible challenges ahead, but still live under constant stress. Being intelligent is definitely no walk in the park. Number 1. You have a bit of a potty mouth. It's surprising, I know, but cussing is actually one of the signs of an above-average brain, and there is a certain logic to it. People who like to swear just have a wider range of vocabulary and like to use it to the fullest. No, but seriously, society usually associates cussing with poor education. However, that's not the case according to psychologists at New York's Marist College, who found that the smarter the person, the bigger the potty mouth. Maybe these taboo words won't be so taboo in the future. Who knows? So how many of these signs of intelligence do you have? Tell us in the comments section below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family to find out if they're secret geniuses too. Remember to always stay on the bright side of life, and we'll see you soon.